Good morning. Welcome to the Art of the Oracle. My name is Virginia. Thank you so much for being here. Today we're going back to the journey. We've got some beautiful messages all week. So if you've missed some of those, go back and take a look. I feel like they're timeless and very relevant right now, meaning that whenever that you're seeing it is the right time when you're ready to see it. There's a lot of information in there about, this energy that seems to be bubbling up and where we fit and all that. So that's kind of my question today, is to continue that theme. It's like, where are we in this phase, this bubbling up phase of energy that's going through? So much going on in the world right now about the 3 days of darkness and the flash of light and systems collapsing and all of it needing to crumble, so new systems, and that even our electrical systems, I mean, it doesn't take a genius to look outside and go, wow, we are really archaic. Like, systems, we're still using telephone lines even though nobody has a telephone in their house, like a rotary dial, and very few people have those anymore. And so why are we so slow to change, right? Yesterday, the inner child came out about, what do we need to look at? What are those inner wounds so we can step into the joyful self that we were born here with? And so I think that that's where we're going. So I can't wait to see what the cards have to say about all this. I've cleared it with selenite. I've asked for the highest good and blessings for whatever is supposed to come through. I have some beautiful clear crystals, and then we have this kyanite here for clear communication. And it just feels kind of magical to me for some reason. I'm really enjoying it. So, wow. So what keeps happening is that the cards are really falling out in a kerplunk. And maybe it's because I'm shuffling it in a new way. But this card came out earlier in the week, the unknown, right? And so did the beacon. And so what I feel like, because it came out in a group of cards, the unknown and the beacon, the first thing I notice about these two cards is they've got a similar focal, right? So the unknown is, that's why I wanted to sit down, is there's a lot of things that are still unknown. And what this is telling me is that step through the doorway of balancing your dark and your light, your inner and your outer, your fears and your highest dreams and wishes. And let's move forward. Just balance that. Don't look at things outside of you as being a representation of anything other than what you're putting your focus on. So if something is coming into your world that you don't like, it's time to sit down and focus. So right now, as we're moving forward, we want to know what's going on in the world. Where do we fit in all this? What is the unknown factor? And what I'm seeing, like this rainbow beacon over here, is like finding your beacon, the light that kind of moves and guides you forward. Sorry about that. I had to pause it. My dog, I needed to take my dog out. So, and she's got something wrong with her paw. So I'm going to do this reading and probably take her to the vet. So the unknown. Right now I'm staring at like what is unknown about my dog and what's going on with her. What I was feeling from these cards is that there's a guiding light. There's something that's pulling you forward, and something around the transformation and the transforming of the deep, like, dark side and the light side. Yesterday I was talking about it in the inner child, and this is the gateway to go forward, to receive new energies. That's what I'm getting from this beacon card. And let's take a look. Yeah, so look at this final card here is awaken. It's asking you to awaken to these new energies that are coming through, to step into the unknown and receive that information that is there for you. To do that, there's a balancing that needs to happen within all of us of, our shadow side and our light side, right? Are we going to move forward with our heart, or are we going to move forward in darkness and judgment as if, somehow or another we're above any of the, darker things that have happened? We've all done things in our life. Maybe there's a scale where you want to judge who does what better than what, but it doesn't really matter. The unknown factor in being able to transform and awaken to what this world is bringing us and wanting us to move forward in is that there's a light coming in for us to be a beacon, for us to be able to move through the doorway and into this new paradigm. As I was saying in the beginning, whether it's, the spark of light, but there is definitely a transformation that is happening, and it's asking us to awaken to that. And I believe that most of us are, at least I feel, mostly there. And then sometimes I'll go back into what feels like the darkness again. So there's still this balancing act going through. Right in the middle of everything is that guiding light. So know, trust, follow the light. I believe that the light, the inner light within us, radiates and meets with this light of the divine source coming through for all of us. So thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Until next time, have a magical day. Bye now.